Today we're going to talk about why the Wii U was such a disappointment for me. No, it wasn't because Nintendo didn't support it, and that's what usually other people will say. My reason is it was so close to being the perfect console for me. You see, I don't like to buy games. I don't like to pay money for things, including games. I'll do it, but I don't enjoy doing it. It's kind of a burden for me to pay money. I'm not a big fan, so I like to homebrew my consoles whenever possible. And this started back on the PSP. And boy, the PSP was a beautiful console to homebrew. You could play all sorts of games from the Nintendo Entertainment System all the way up to the Nintendo 64, with varying results. But also the PlayStation 1, Game Boy Advance, stuff like that. And just one last note on the PSP, it didn't have a second analog stick, which was very bothersome. And then I got my hands on a Wii, folks. And the Wii was really good. Except that the default controller only had a D-pad and no analog sticks to speak of. But you could plug a controller into that controller so that you finally had a controller that could use analog sticks. But just saying that is bothersome, so you can imagine how annoying it is to plug one controller into another and it's supposed to be wireless, but you're wired into the wireless remote. It's a mess, man. So the Wii was almost as easy to homebrew as the PSP. And you could play old Atari or whatever games just like the PSP could. But it had a little bit more juice. It could play Nintendo 64 games with ease. It could play Wii games. It could play GameCube games. Things were really looking good. In fact, if the Wii just had one little difference, I would still be playing my Wii to this day. The problem is, it doesn't support HDMI. So all your games come out looking very blurry, especially on a HD TV. And even me, who does not have high standards, just ask my ex-girlfriend, that was just too much for me to swallow. So anyway, the journey went on, and things were looking bright with the Wii U. I was like Indiana Jones, trekking through the muck, looking for my perfect console. I don't think I'm really picky at all. I just want a HD console that plays up to PS2. Of course, GameCube being an equivalent, and Wii is even better. And then you add on top of that Wii U games? Well, the Wii U was looking mighty fine. So one fateful day, and this is after the console had already been jailbroken, I got a Wii U. Actually, I got a Japanese Wii U. So when I turned on that Japanese Wii U, it needed a Wii U gamepad. So then I had to buy a Wii U gamepad, so I bought an Australian Wii U gamepad. And then I also had to buy a cable for that. And then I got it all ready, and then it didn't work, because a Japanese Wii U can't work with an Australian gamepad. I mean, it could, but Nintendo is just evil. So then I had to buy an Australian Wii U to go along with my Australian Wii U gamepad. But even before I bought that Wii U Australian gamepad, I finally came to my senses. Unlike I had before, I actually watched other YouTube videos, and I found out you need to use the Wii U gamepad all the time. And I don't want to use the Wii U gamepad all the time. I just want a controller that feels good, you know? I don't want to play with a big leapfrog tablet. And there's all sorts of things, like you can't play GameCube games on the Wii U without the Wii U gamepad and all this sorts of stuff. You can't play Wii games with the Wii U gamepad. It's a mess. Some games you have to use the Wii U gamepad. Some games you have to use the Wii. You can't connect a GameCube controller unless you buy an adapter. You can't navigate the Wii menu inside the Wii U with a Wii U gamepad. You have to use a Wiimote. Boy, what a conundrum. So I just gave up. After all these years, I've just come to realize that I'll never get the perfect console that I want. Oh wait, yes I did. I bought a Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, and it's been great, man. It's been fantastic. You can even play I'd say 50% of PS2 games on it. Now, it doesn't all run flawlessly and you have to set things up. But that's a cross I'm willing to bear. And you can play modern games within reason, like Minecraft, Fortnite, Call of Duty Mobile, etc. It's a pretty good deal. So if anyone out there in the wide web hasn't even heard of a Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, then I recommend it wholeheartedly. You can plug it into your TV too. It can even play like some 2D Switch games, which to me is very impressive. So I'm very happy over here. How about you? Oh, it's a video. I forgot. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.